Hi, it's ThandiwekaYah. I'm finally back. Yay! I'm so happy and so excited to be back home, even though I had a beautiful time in Cape Town. Well, Hermanus to be more specific. So guys, I just wanted to come on here just to testify. Can I get an amen? Jesus. Like, I know that in my last video I had a low moment, and I really felt to share that because, you know, I don't want you guys to have this picture of me that I'm, you know, just coming on here to just give words, and I never really share much with you. And I really want you guys to see the full picture, that I'm also out here just you know, adulting and living life and doing life just like everybody else. And yeah, I had a low moment, and it was really, like, to be really fully transparent, guys, I mean, I had just been to a beautiful wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. Everything, the people, just the venue, everything was beautiful. And I just, at some point, it was just like, oh, when is this gonna happen for me, you know? And I'm not someone that regularly goes to that place, so it just happened to happen after this wedding, and I just dived into that place of, oh, I also want to get married, and when is it gonna happen to me? So that's literally where my moment of frustration came from. And God is just amazing. He's just so amazing. He just, oh, I just love the way he just gently and so lovingly just pours out his love. That's all. That's literally the only way I can describe it. It's not even like he's trying to correct me, like, no, you shouldn't be thinking that or saying that. No, he just loves me. He just pours out his love even in my frustration. And by the time I was on the plane back home, I was so excited to get back here and get onto YouTube and to do all the other things that I do. I was just excited to get on with my life. Yeah, so it was really a very brief moment of frustration. So anyway, guys, I want to testify today. My goodness. Oh. So this trip to Hermanus was just such a gift from God. It was God saying, here you go. Here's a little something for you to enjoy. Here's a little blessing for you. Guys, can I tell you, so as most of you know, I'm a single mother. I have 3 boys. The work I do is this. This is what I do. And to be able to leave Johannesburg and get to the Western Cape, to spend 6 days with amazing people in beautiful places. I mean, it was amazing. Okay, let me stop stuttering here and just hit this testimony, right? Okay, so I'll start at the beginning. So I'm friends with the groom. Okay, so he was like, yeah, come to my wedding. And I said, yay. And I just remember thinking, well, it's all the way in the Western Cape. I don't even know how I'm going to get there. And then he just said, oh, no, don't worry, I'm driving down there. So we'll drive down together with some other people as well. So it became a whole road trip situation. And he just said, you just have to find your own way back. But getting me there, I can get you there. So I said, okay, cool. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm able to get there. Then I was like, but then where am I going to stay? Because the wedding venue is actually at a beautiful camping site, but I'm not a camper. I do not like camping. And I think even if, it's so funny because even if that was my only option, I would have done it because I wanted to be there. I wanted to spend time with my friends and enjoy the wedding. So I would have still done the camping thing. But I just remember God just saying to me, I know you, and you don't even have to worry. Like, I already have that sorted for you. And so one of my other friends booked us a self-catering place. It's just a beautiful little house 5 minutes away from the wedding venue. And I just thought, wow, Lord, okay. Now, obviously, I'm starting to feel like, oh my gosh, but like, this person is going to be paying for this. And I just felt such a peace where God said, it's okay, beloved. It's really okay. Even if you try to pay, this friend of yours is not even going to let you. So it's okay. And so accommodation was now sorted. But now with the drive down there, I was going to get there a day earlier than my other group of friends. And with this group of friends, we were going to stay together at the self-catering. So it meant that my first night there would have been like, okay, so where do I stay on my first night there? And of course, because God is amazing, and this I found out before leaving. So I told myself, if there's anything that isn't in place, there's no point in going, because I don't want to get there and it's like, oh, but I don't have anywhere to sleep, right? So now it was like, okay, so where am I going to sleep on Thursday night? And the groom sent a message to, I guess he sent it to everybody that was coming to the wedding. It was just a general message to say, when you arrive, this is who you should speak to get your accommodation details and stuff like that. So I kind of knew that I wasn't going to be staying at the camping site, but I still decided, let me phone this number that he had put there to find out, okay, so when we arrive, what's going to happen. And I phoned. It was his future mother-in-law, and guys, God is amazing. And she just said, oh no, you're staying at my house. And I was just like, wow, Lord, like, I didn't even have to try and look for accommodation. It was already done. It was already set up for me. And I thought, wow, how awesome is that? I just was so happy. And she was happy with me on the phone. She was laughing at me saying, you don't really like camping much. And I said, no, I don't, but I would have if I needed to. But I'm just so grateful that this is sorted, you know. And so we arrived, and on our first night there, like, my goodness, this woman and her husband are amazing. Like, my friend hit the jackpot with this family. Like, they're awesome. They made us a meal. I had my own bedroom. The other guys that had driven down with us were going to stay at a friend's house close by, so they also had some nice comfy accommodation. And in the morning we had breakfast together. The best coffee. My goodness, that coffee was lit. I enjoyed that coffee. And then we got into the car and did our last portion of the road trip, which was about an hour and a half away from Cape Town. We drove to Hermanus, and we stopped at a place called Peregrine, I don't think it has the S, before we got to Hermanus, and we had more coffee there. We bought pies. My goodness, guys, I don't like pies. I'm not really a big fan of, you know, the mass-produced pies. But obviously this was not mass-produced. They were delicious. And then we proceeded to go to the venue and spent the day just setting up, helping out, getting stuff together. We just, you know, connected, had an awesome time, spent time with the bride and her family and friends, and people just started coming, and it started getting, you know, the vibe started to really get exciting, right? And then eventually my other friends arrived, the ones that we were going to be staying with at the self-catering accommodation, and they had a car. They'd hired a car. Like, God had put everything so beautifully in place. The only thing that I was not certain about was how I was going to get back home. But I remember just saying to the Lord, I'm not, before leaving for the Western Cape, just saying, Lord, I'm not going to go because I don't know how I'm getting back. And he said, but haven't I already sorted you out on everything else? Do you think that I'll just send you off to Cape Town and say, well, find your way back home. I've got you sorted. So that's what made me decide to go, knowing that this is the only thing that I hadn't quite sorted out. There was a plan in place, but that fell apart, and I just thought, you know what, Lord, I know that you'll take care of me because you've already done it and you've been showing it to me. So we stayed at our accommodation, we had our hired car there, and guys, I didn't have to pay a cent. I didn't have to pay a cent for the accommodation. I didn't have to pay for the car hire. And I just sat and I thought, Lord, I was so touched. I was so deeply moved by how he provides, and just to have friends who are so willing to take on the cost. You know, I want to be that friend one day. I want to be that friend right now. I want to be that friend that says, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'll cover this. I'll cover that, you know. And it's beautiful to see other fellow Christians blessing others in ways that may seem small to others, but to me it was major, because I'm just at a point in my life where income is like, well, when I get it, and just to have people around me that are just willing to say, you know what, it's okay, I'll take care of you, I'll take care of this, come, let's go and have fun together. You know, it's like you'd expect people to come through for you just to make sure that you have food to eat. But when people say, you know what, I want to help you to go and have a good time with us, for us to connect and experience this beautiful union between these two awesome people, is just mind-blowing to me, because it's not what I'm used to. You know, I'm not used to people saying, yeah, I'll take care of you, I'll take care of this and I'll take care of that. So that really just, I'm still flabbergasted, guys. I'm still in awe of what God has done. And yeah, eventually I had to figure out how I was going to get home, and some other friends that were not even on the trip with me sent me money, like, yeah, book your flight. Wait, but before I get into that, I have to tell you how I was like, okay, Lord, so originally I thought I was going to fly back home, because flight tickets are not usually very expensive, but it was Heritage Week, so obviously the prices were like, I've never seen them before. They were ridiculously expensive just to get a flight ticket. So then I started to think, oh, you know what, I had tried a few things and that didn't work out. So I thought, you know what, maybe I just shouldn't fly. Maybe I should just take a bus. And as I thought that, someone was saying something on the radio, or it was the TV, I'm not sure, and they just said, don't settle for second best, stick to the original, stick to the best. And God said, hey, pay attention, that's for you. That thought that you just had about, let me take a bus, no, that's not the plan that I have for you. Stick to the best. I only have the best for you. And I said, oh my goodness, okay, Lord. I just remember just sitting there thinking, wow, Lord, like, I'm okay with taking a bus, even though it's like, I don't know, I don't even know how long the bus ride is. I think it's something like 14 or 18 hours. I think it's, yeah, because it took us 14 hours to drive there by car, so obviously with the bus it would be longer. And he said, no, only the best for you. And then my friends who were not even on this trip with me, who are not even part of this friendship circle, sent me money, and I booked my flight, and I'm just in awe, guys. Like, and God just said, yes, this is how your life is gonna be from now on. Like, I'm taking care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. And then this morning is the cherry on the cake. I got up and I took my phone out of flight mode, and this message just popped up. Shh, you have money in your PayPal account. I just said, God, what? And I mean, it's from one of you guys, and I was just like, just so blessed, because even the message that that person left was just so touching. And guys, I don't, I'm sorry, I just never expected that. I never expected that. And again, God just said, I'll always take care of you. When I say I'm doing a new thing, I am doing a new thing. And my plan is not to live off other people. Definitely not. And I know that's not God's plan for me. He's made that very clear. But in this time of Him putting it on people's hearts to help me, is just Him showing me just how much He loves me, and also teaching me how to remain humble, because this has humbled me so much. It's so humbling when someone would just take what they have and say, listen, have some. I find that absolutely amazing. And so, yeah, guys, that's my testimony. Oh, I was really hoping not to get emotional. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And there is another video that I'll be posting soon, a prophetic video. So look out for that. And yeah, I just want you guys to remember that you serve an amazing, good Father, and that you are special to Him.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so good.